And we're in game for the opening BO1 of these back-to-back BO1s. Case versus adalYamigos. adalYamigos are currently unbeaten in South American Challenger League. Can they keep that up?
Damn, moving with pace right now. Up ramp, they go towards the, say, bomb side. Bit of a contest coming through from adalYamigos. They don't want to sit by idly here on the defense, but first blood drawn by Snow. Shiz, he's committed to the forward position right now, but he receives the same treatment, just at a different hand. My god, Case just steamrolling the defense right now.
Yeah, that was really nice. RCF with the dualies as well. And this makes this almost impossible for piriajr and ZQKS. So some little taps to try and get a few kills and maybe some bonus cash, but ZQKS will be removed by Ricky unceremoniously. Now piriajr, he was boosted up with those dualies and the Kevlar. Unfortunately, he's had no say in this round whatsoever, so he'd love to be able to get a few kills here, maybe save it. Maybe he can do some damage as the RCF dualies come running toward him, and there we go. Gonna look for some more. That's a nice dink on Urban. That probably means he'll go down to the bomb if he didn't kill him, but he gets the kill anyway. So we'll go down to the bomb as well, but it doesn't matter, does it really?
Yeah, it doesn't account for anything or amounts to anything. It's going to be a good pistol round coming through for Case. Everything just goes according to plan there, right? First frag found, nice and easy. Shiz was committed, he couldn't fall back. Instantly went down. And yeah, Case just run riot. adalYamigos decision-making time now forced by Eco. Best of one, Trav. Can't be forced buying CT side second round if you lose the pistol round. That's just nonsensical.
Surely. Indeed. I can tell you in that all-important closed qualifier South America game that Case played against adalYamigos, that was a 7-5 CT half for Case, and then a 6-4 T half to close it out. So it was very close, 13-9, okay. Not too much to write home about, but you'd expect this to work cleanly. On this round, at least, and get them to get this clean 2-0 start. Yeps gets the Mac 10 kills going. It looks like that should be the only last. I know where Delboni is. Grenade, I think, gets caught in the little gap there between the window and the girder.
Oh. Looked like, yeah, it went between the drywall or something. Even.
It did,
I don't
yeah.
know. That was quite something. Delboni, he's able to avoid the Mac 10, at least, I guess. So giving up a little bit less cash. Gun round coming up next, Trav, and I don't know how many best of ones I've cast in MR12. We've done a lot of best of threes. Have you done a few best of ones yet?
We did. I think we did one for EU, right? And that was over quite quickly. It really did feel like it sped by, right? So that's going to be the problem sometimes as well. I mean, with this sort of format, if you don't come into a game ready, then you can just be steamrolled, and honestly, BO1s can be over in the matter of like 20 minutes sometimes. So
yeah, well, seeing it at the RMRs, it has been quite brutal indeed. Case looking to turn up the heat and the pace here. First gun round, immediately seizing control of ramp.
Maybe attempting the boost on the cone there. As you can obviously, with that boost, you can see over toward the left-hand side sandbags as they walk their way up. But not this time. Failed with it on this occasion. So they've taken ramp, they've paused, they've still got plenty of that utility to smoke left and right and get the bomb planted. And of course, adalYamigos have no kit, so if it is an after plant situation, it might be rough for them.
Alright, well, there are numbers stacked up on the, say, bomb side right now. For the CT side, they are going to be able to find the kills as well. Wow, what a great burst of kills coming through there from adalYamigos. Everybody stands tall. Does exactly what's required of them in the moment. Only Snow's left remaining, and he doesn't have a hope in hell. Doesn't have a snowflake's chance in hell, Trav.
He does not. They say that, you know, every snowflake is different, but I think we all knew what would happen in that situation. He gets removed, and that is the first one on the board for the CT side. Expecting this to be 2 close matches in these back-to-back BO1s.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
already it's proved that way to start. That was a nice defense of the site as well by adalYamigos. One player on top of default, one player underneath next to the crane, and it was a little defense that could not be penetrated.
They're definitely committing to forward positions on that A-bomb side. I mean, not like they're going to contest ramp control itself, but they are... Alright, that was a rude interruption, but well worth it, Delboni. Nice nade. But yeah, adalYamigos, they hold their ground. It's not like they look to try play for the retake when they set up that defense. They're taking fights gap. They're taking fights as players are coming up the ramp, as you say, standing out in the open on top of default. Either way, full anti-eco now for adalYamigos, and they should be able to level up the scoreline with these.
Indeed. For those, of course, those of you who maybe checked HLTV about 6 hours ago and was expecting to see 9Z and Fluxo tonight, as we mentioned in the pre-game, 9Z have forfeit those back-to-back BO1s. So I couldn't give you a reason for that. Maybe there's something on socials, but who knows what's going on there. Unfortunate. Would have been a pretty exciting game with lots of great names, but this should also be easily the second best option. Talented names, lots of well-known names from Brazil in the server. And it's staying close early on. The full eco is eaten up, and Case will go into their full purchase. They're only a Tech 9 on RCF.
Yeah, I think he had the hero AK in the previous round, so that's unfortunate. I guess that's the product of the situation, the bullet you have to bite. And he's hoping his opponents are going to be biting a number of Tech 9 bullets as piriajr does clear out B stairs. And how much are they going to do with that information? Because Case have just immediately transitioned straight in afterwards. Missed Molly means they won't be confident about clearing out that corner. Where does the round go from here? Big exec coming through here by the look of things, or at least dumping in some utility to keep the CT side guessing. Unfortunately, nades just narrowly missed the mark. Has kept them over towards B though on the CT side, and that's also because of, well, the fact that both Fastson and I think it's Shiz, yeah, have kind of got some information going towards ramp right now. Shiz is going even deeper. If he even gets traded 1-for-1 here, it's going to be leaving his teammate in a pretty rough position. Lots of work to do. He has to get a multi.
And Farston still jump spotting the sandbags as well. It's really awkward, as you say. The smoke's going to fade. And honestly, he's quite lucky to get one there.
Yeah,
agreed. Gets that one bullet before Urbano sprays him down. So 4v4, I think they'll be delighted with keeping that equal. Lots of Molotov damage taken by Yeps there. And Farston hears that. He can try and maybe reface from gap, and he does it nicely. Snow will drop. Youngster gets no more kills in this round. And Rikioli also get taken down 1-for-1. But there's a nice kill from Yeps. piriajr's going to fight for this because there's 5 seconds on the clock and he can deny this plant. And imagine if Yeps spray transferred Farsin toward gap. That would have been a ridiculous clutch, but not this time.
90-degree spray transfer. I'm all for it, man. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. adalYamigos, they string a third consecutive round together. No bomb plant for Case. In fact, I mean, it was a close round in the previous, but I haven't successfully found a plant in these rounds that they've been losing. AWP in play for the CT side as well now. Going to have to be an eco for the T side.
Yep.
Need to see Case win a gun round here.
Exactly. Only pistol and conversion so far. Some well-played holds on A, though, for adalYamigos. Has to be said, that first one, of course, where they had one player on top of default, one player on crane, sort of playing one player up, one player down. The new gap wasn't an issue. That was covered off, so they could go for something a bit more aggressive like that. On that previous round, always had an extra man over. Case couldn't ever get an advantage. They were always battling.
Yeah. Felt like the defense were one step ahead. They always had the numbers in place that was required. couple upgraded pistols here for Case, and they have found an opening. That splits the map down the center, and ZQKS is by himself right now. Orp will find the first frag, doesn't realize they've crossed, although he will catch a glimpse of it. But he knows
Goodness.
such a tough spot right now. Jumps down to join up with his teammate. Piriajr doubles down, and this round has fallen flat on its face for the CT side.
What on earth? I mean, the fact that ZQKS drops down with the AWP, a bit like the good old-fashioned window drop days where you used to strafe through mid and drop down for an opening pick with the AWP. The fact he hits that is great, but unbelievable that the CT next to him cannot trade or at least take the pistol down that was fighting him, and that puts Shears in a very difficult clutch, but it's doable. I think expect Riccioli still to be next to Gen though after already clearing out the close player. Oh, actually, the swing works almost well for him. The timing means he does a lot of damage, but Riccioli was better on this occasion. So, big round for Case to win.
Yeah, massive round for them to win. That's a huge reprieve going against the run of play there. Case still haven't won a full gun round, but that doesn't matter. Scoreline leveled up, and if they win this next one here, then they do reset that CT side economy. So a big opportunity that presents itself. In fact, whoever loses this round gets reset going into the next, right? More so the CT side than the T side.
Yeah. Ooh, Farsin. Here's the presence, and then Shears is given a chance to pounce. Snow will go down first. Once again, the gun round struggles seem to be continuing. Another opening pick for the defense. You all know how important ramp can be on Vertigo. Is the main port of call for both teams. CTs will fight for it, swing it with flashes perhaps in mid-round situations, double push gap, lots of stuff like that to try and stop a T side from having control and executing upon you. That's exactly what Shuz is doing. Refacing, keeping them hard to be predicted, and it's working out nicely.
Yeah, Riccioli is trying to find a bit of a gap right now. He's hoping to play the timing, and he will catch Shiz off guard. Foston decides against peeking out to try and find the trade. He wants more than just that one kill, and he sets himself up really nicely. He's wondering what in God's name is that smoke. RCF will be the one who falls prey, and unfortunately, he can't double down, Ken Foston, is because Urbano trades.
Riccioli on the line from Gap does well to spray down Piriajr, and there's Urbano against Delboni. It's ZKQ on a big flank. Of course, the HP is not great, 57 between the two of them, and if Riccioli goes down, Urbano's only 7 HP. Tough to predict angle, though, and he hits a big headshot. Triple kill for Riccioli, and he makes it look good as well. Damn, that was very surprising that Case was able to recover that.
And that was because of Riccioli's initiative, right? The fact that he was able to creep his way up ramp there, catch Shiz off guard. That's what led to everything unraveling. Foston needed to double down there. Excuse me, Urbano. Oh, no, it was Foston, right? He was the one who had to double down there from sandbags, and he wasn't able to. Just the one kill. And now it's an eco round.
He took RCF with the AWP right. I bet he thought, okay, that's fantastic. I'm taking the AWP first. That probably makes it a bit easier for me now. But he couldn't get that second player on default, which I believe was Riccioli, if I'm not mistaken. USP Rush gets a quick 1-for-1 and a free AK for Piriajr. Of course, Case realised they can now run off elsewhere and have a safe 5th round.
Run off into the sunset together. Don't look back.
I did that with you.
Oh, yes. Love that. Sweden's where it's at, man. I think Piriajr is just going to settle to carry the AK through here. Case are going to be feeling really good about the position that they've managed to get themselves into, right? 5-3 up. Just one gun round. One gun round in and amongst those 5 rounds they've won, Trav. And that right there, that's indicative of why best of ones are so challenging, because gun rounds are just so valuable. One gun round and they're 5-3 up right now.
Yeah, it must be confidence building to win some of those tough rounds, then finally bring the rifle round through. You get rewarded with a full eco. And the USPs. And of course, adalYamigos do not have the AWP themselves on ZQK because of the money situation. So 5 A1Ss. Case will once again take ramp quickly. Riccioli loves the W hold, but this time, Fasten is equal to it.
Big position taken up by Delboni. He was never going to get more than just one. He doesn't even get the one from that position as Urbano clears him out. Brings it back into an even numbers game. And there's a heavy rotation from the CT side as a result here as well. Two players pivoting from that A bomb site in towards middle. And it's actually been a really solid response from them. They've stopped Case in their tracks.
Yeah, I really like that. Frag lost in mid on that massive off angle, as you said. But Snow, there's a chance on this one. Still full health, plenty of utility. He is stepping a lot, and he does get that third kill, but unfortunately it was just a little bit too laboured on the spray to give him any chance at taking the fourth to win the 1v4. Really nice try, and really impactful kills as well, because that considerably limits the CT economy. They won their first round in a little while with just that one alive after their full purchase, so they're down to 2 MP9s. But yeah, I mean, I really like that decision to reface mid quickly with that flash on the little right-hand side there to double face.
They did a really good job of it. Quick responses. I think that's something adalYamigos have done throughout the entirety of the CT side, as they've been very happy to just shift players across the board. Haven't seen many fakes from Case, right? So it makes sense that adalYamigos are just responding to whatever information's coming through. Well, ZQKS, you are braver than I am going for that reface there after knowing there's an AWP at the bottom of ramp, but does get out with his life intact. More aggression.
Yeah, they can play an aggressive MP9 and 2 rifles to peek off of his contact as well. So this ramp hold is quite bolstered. But, oh, I think ZQK has been wallbanged through the top there. So that's always awkward. The AWP proving to be impactful on RCF. Even if it's not a kill, lots of damage. He's going to continue to play a bit of a jump spot and throw that incendiary as soon as it's needed. And the MP9 does get one. That is something. And look at the burn damage. Puts Overload down to 26 in the end. So they've kept them at bay, at least for now.
adalYamigos have looked good when they've pushed the round deeper. 39 seconds on the clock right now for Case. They have so much utility. Look at the setup here, though. Again, something unorthodox coming through from the CT side. An off angle, if I've ever seen one. Delboni waiting for them to come through. He can't get the kill, and now that puts him on notice. That's the problem. That's the concern. But is it really a problem? Clearly not.
Yeah, that's actually a really tough shot to hit from that angle, on that headshot angle on ramp. And RCF, even though he hits that ridiculous smoke wallbang, I think it's going to be a tough round to recover. He switched to the AK. It's only this 1 versus 2. ZQK is fighting for his life. 7 seconds is the big problem. He's going to fake it, and they're going to swarm him, and that is the way to do it. Piriajr takes the kill, and we're back even once again at 5 apiece.
Okay. Game on. Game on. Back and forth beat between these two teams, as we expected coming into this encounter, right? No surprises here, that's for sure.
Indeed, and Case were rewarded with a USP round after their good work in some gun rounds, and adalYamigos have won a tough one there. Those 2 MP9s, like I mentioned. They're rewarded with some Glocks before the end of the first half as well. 50-50, Tech 9 and a Deagle involved in that, but all armorless apart from RCF. And I think he's gone as well. Snow is stuck. He does really well to get one more. He's dead in now. 6-5. Case looking to try and even it up at the end of this first half.
Back and forth. I mean, if adalYamigos can go 7-5 up into the T side, they would be stoked with that halftime scoreline, considering the fact that it actually was back and forth, and they were on the receiving end for the most part. At least it felt like they were chasing the first half for the most part. Yeah, so a 7-5 lead for them would kind of go against the run of play, from what I reckon.
Reminder, of course, that adalYamigos have had a fantastic run in South America ECL so far this season. Of course, they haven't played any of the really big boys yet, but they beat Solid twice, 13-11, Corinthians 13-9, 13-11, and then Galoris 13-5, 13-7. So, yet to be taken down this season. Ooh, yeah.
Traded himself out.
Indeed. Posthumously.
Yeah, that is. I dig that, man. That's taking things to the next level. Who needs support? Not ZQKS, but teammates might.
Yeah, full mid taken. Smoke will fade on elevator. They can go mid to A at this point. Farson's holding a very tight angle, and actually the angle works well. If players ran past the angle, it would be very hard for him to react to the kill. But the shift makes it easy, and Shiz takes it easily as well. Farson will take RCF comfortably, and it's a 7-5 lead for adalYamigos. Quick break. We'll be back for the second half. Second half between adalYamigos and Case Esports. Still unbeaten. adalYamigos, of course, as I mentioned, in this season. Can Case somehow put a stop to that? On their CT side, they start with 4 toward A, with Snow on those dualies. And adalYamigos are getting ready to pounce with their own utility.
Oh man, Snow has a big job to do, but he does not have a head left on his shoulders any longer. Foston tears it right off, and that's going to give a good advantage to the T side right now, who look to continue to build on their lead. However, Case are stacked up on A.
That's maybe some of the very small, nitpicky things maybe we could say about Snow, right? Maybe some inexperience to push down on that timing when it's very common to take ramp slow, I guess. Obviously, timing is timing, and you can know for sure, but left himself pretty exposed to that triple swing. So they're going to make some noise running back, at least a little bit of noise running back, and they're going to rejoin fast in again and use the rest of their utility to basically do the double pump, even though it's only with a couple of smokes and a few flashes. The smokes actually come through to that left side. They don't have a smoke for the connector side, and that's going to give Urbano a chance to pounce. He gets one, but gets deleted by a combination, I think, of Shuz and delbony's headshots. Farston is hitting some dualies, though, and gets another one back in response, and suddenly 3v2, make that 3v1. Riccioli's toward heaven with a P2K, a smoke, and a kit, which makes me think there's a glimmer of hope. He has a line up to, I believe, smoke the edge of gap there, if I'm not mistaken. Or actually near D4, I should say.
Yeah.
So it gets it onto the bomb. Actually, a nice stun up to take to get it straight onto the bomb. But there are just so many players here. They're going to just knife in the smoke if it even gets that far. And it won't get that far. Easily done by adalYamigos.
Yeah, big pistol round for them to win, to set the tone coming into this T side as well, because they found some wind in their sails towards the end of the first half. And they've carried that through now into this T side as well by winning the pistol. I mean, look at Faston. He's 18-8, man. He needs to slow down. Great work coming through from him. 2 big kills in that pistol round as well. And now they're just 5 rounds away, Trav. 5 rounds away from winning this best of 1.
Yeah, it spirals quickly, doesn't it? I appreciate the attempt there from Riccioli.
Yeah.
To try and get the smoke onto the bomb. Especially when he picked up that kit, you always feel like there's a chance in that situation. You think, oh, I've actually got everything I'd want to make this clutch happen, and I don't have to rush too much, but not going to happen this time. Nice kill from RCF in this round, though. Shiz is feeling a little bit spooked, so he'll actually put down a smoke and let them have that AK.
Yeah, send delbony in, man. See what he can tear up with the MAC-10. Couple low HP players, in fact, 3 of them to be precise. Nobody from adalYamigos really wants to force these fights, and you know what? They've actually forced the rotation from Kaysen towards that A-bomb side. Good read coming through from the IGL. I'm pretty sure it's ZQKS. That makes the most sense with how much experience he has under his belt, right?
Yeah, that's a funny rotation. Of course, so much damage was done by Case. They would be just throwing these USPs in to try and bait the AK in for maybe a bit more damage. They're going to try and do a bit more of that, I think. There's no reason for adalYamigos to hunt. delbony can if he wants, because I'm not necessarily sure he'd want the MAC-10 in the following round.
Well, yeah, I guess the only benefit is if one of the CT side players don't actually buy head armor, right? That's where it can become pretty nasty. Choosing not to put them out. He's still...
Whoops.
Oh, okay, never mind. He got chewed up by Fasts and very quickly made up by that with a second kill.
No ecos for you, mate. I'm not letting you farm. One each, bro.
Money,
One
yeah.
each.
Yeah, share the spoils.
Whoopsie daisy. But all good. They still win the round with 3 alive. And they're 9-5 up. Okay, so we'll now have their purchase. Riccioli has that saved AK, of course, which means he can buy full util and have a little bit of residual cash just in case for maybe a half buy if they do lose this round. Or perhaps win it in very close fashion. Always make a difference. And it's going to be a fast mid-take with that little shuffle up the ladder.
Yeah, good opening kill coming through from piriajr as well. But he's trapped, and Snow knows it. The question is, does he go for the gamble? Absolutely. Great kill. I love the fact that Snow still decides to just take the risk and spray through the smoke. The problem is, Trav, he's being circumvented here. They're flanking around him, but his awareness is good. Unfortunately, shots don't follow suit.
He knew, but that's the worst feeling when you know but can't deliver.
This is a big problem. That's round over. No way to recover from your case. Have to accept their fate.
Yeah. I know we predicted case for map 1. You wanted to change it to adalYamigos, so even though the graphic shows us case, you know what? I'll give you that one.
Oh, man. I mean, it was before the match started, so I appreciate that, Trav.
Yes, it was before the match started. I'll give you that one. I'll stick with case purely because I predicted case based off their Vertigo game in the close qualifier for the RMR. Just going off previous form, but...
Can't fault that.
But yeah, I think you, as you say, you wanted to switch before we started, so it's only fair. And
well, the job's not done yet. So let's not
It's
get
not.
ahead of ourselves here.
It's not. It's really not. But it just feels that way, you know?
It does, right? I mean, weren't Case leading 5-3? Is this 7 in a row coming through from adalYamigos right now? That's
I'll
just the
check
number
that
I've
for
got
you.
in my head. But either way, it does feel like adalYamigos have certainly got the momentum behind them right now. First full gun round of the second half here. Rifles across the board for Case. They have to make their mark right here, right now.
I think it's 5 rounds in a row. I'm pretty sure. Okay, unless I've completely had a brain burp. But we all have those, so it's fine.
Well, you did, Trav. That's okay. It was 5-3. So 5 in a row.
Okay.
Never mind. I had a brain burp. Maths is hard. Wait. No. No. It was 7. We're good. It was 7.
Okay.
Either way, this is such an important round for Case. You lose this, it's game over. Simple as that.
Exactly. How are they going to change things up as well? It can be very hard to feel like what the answer is on Vertigo sometimes. Like, what are you going to think up at this sort of stage when you've been struggling? How do you go for some calculated aggression? When do you think you're pushing it too far? Do you feel like you're just egging yourself into taking more of a risk because you're getting further and further behind? Ricky Early almost collects a few bullets on that spray, but he's about to be pushed upon. So he does need to be careful. 40 seconds, and that's when that smoke will fade, and they'll push it a little bit further up to gain more control.
You can see that Case don't want to make any missteps here, right? They recognize the magnitude of the round. Although, as I said, that Oberno, he's looking for a gap right now. He's going to progress forward straight into the guys of ZQKS. That's really unfortunate for him. And that puts so much pressure on his teammates right now. Have been locked out the bomb site by a wall of utility. Only 10 seconds though. They have to get the bomb on the site. Is there any molly? It doesn't look like it. The nade will get the kill though. 5 seconds. Someone has to get the C4. There's no time, Trav. There's no time.
Oh my goodness. Insane utility. You could see why they were being so patient, right? It wasn't just because of the numbers they managed to rotate in and maybe go for a long retake, if you get what I mean. It's because they knew they had HEs. They saw the time on the clock, 10 seconds. Some tagging through the smoke definitely helped there as well. I think he got spammed down to around about 50, and then the nade was spot on, of course. There are multiple lineups for those HEs toward default. So yeah, that's a great way for Case to finally get off the mark on CT.
I mean, yes, but the concern is how replicable is that, right?
Yeah.
Because that was also just down to adalYamigos kind of running out of time and losing track of themselves a little bit. See if they can brush up.
Yeah, there was some economy left over as well for an AK to be dropped over to piriajr as well, despite losing his life at the end of the last round. Oh, Farsin. Once again. 22 and 8 now for him. So happy and comfortable going for these duels. I have to say, I do respect Urban because he's got the same M4 skin that I bought recently. So, nice little craft there, but he needs to make it sing.
Yeah. Coming into the bomb site right now, they're not using much utility. It looks like they're going for the contact play, and it works out perfectly. My goodness, they're just letting him do his thing right now, letting him cook. He says, I've got an opportunity, I've got some space, and he uses it to absolute perfection. And it's got to be round over, right? I don't know if there's any way back into this one for Case. They can't afford to risk it with their monetary situation anyway.
Yeah, this time it was a lot more defensive. After that first pick for Farsin, playing double stack, waiting behind what would have been utility coming in, but in the end it wasn't even necessary. Farsin is just owning everyone. Beautiful shot on the double stack player of Urbano. And that just ruins what Case were hoping they'd be able to build up straight away.
Right. And that was my concern. Sure, they win the round, but they won the round because adalYamigos kind of lost track of things. adalYamigos immediately answering back 11-6. Any exit kills here would be massive. Shiz is going to start to make his way forward, but doesn't clear out the whole way. Yep swings. Yep offers himself up on a silver platter. Don't think he actually would have died there had he just stayed tucked into the corner, Trav.
Yeah, painful. It never rains but it pours, you know?
Yeah, seems to be the case. Pouring right now, rounds flooding in for adalYamigos, but piriajr, yeah, flooding forward there, just gets completely washed away.
Washed away by an ice flow. Snow. Well, get in while blind as well. So, something going Case's way. More aggression toward B stairs, going for a fast opening kill on CT. I like that, changing up something, going for aggression elsewhere rather than trying to put all of it on ramp, where they've been burnt a few times. Does look like we're going to be focusing on B this time, despite losing a kill in that opening fight.
And I like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Not burnt. Not burnt, not shy. And it could work out well for them because it's quite a detached setup on that B-bomb site. The B-bomb anchor right now is kind of supporting Yeps in towards middle. Snow's bobbing back and forth between the two places. This is a huge gunfight between dalBony and Yeps right now. Oh, Yeps is just posted on the angle, patiently waiting, and there we go. We'll land the frag. That's a huge kill. Now they can focus all their resources onto the players pushing forward from stairs.
Farsin has got that advanced angle next to Jen. They will be able to cross over and plant. ZQK will try and bait him in. He does do some damage, but Farsin will do some more good work. Unfortunately, this time, it's only one, and you can't do miracles in that sort of situation. Snow will get away on literally 1 HP, but it's 100 to kill. 2 kills for him, 11-7. Bit of life, perhaps. Gap's only 4. Unlucky RCF.
or lucky, probably, I think. Not sure if...
he meant to jump off, you know, so...
Yeah, he did. And, I mean, luckily, the round ended before there were any casualties. But 11-7, as you say, 4 rounds between the two teams. Case are clawing their way back here, keeping themselves in the conversation, but still a long way to go. They're walking on a tightrope right now. That's the problem. You lose a round and it's practically game over with their economic situation. And it looks like adalYamigos is going to go for a bit of a pack-based mentality in towards mid right now. Farsin continues to be the tip of the spear. Oh, they spotted the player out. That's actually great information. Shit swings. Big lineup there, but the damage is fatal.
Yeah.
Yeps as he goes down.
They say cancel to the boost immediately once they know there's a double stack in mid. I actually like that from Case again. They're changing things up quite a lot. And that little double, one player up, one player down stack in mid is really nice. But as soon as they shot at the players attempting to boost, they could just swing and trade. Damage done. But do they know where piriajr is? They do. Nice clear. So QKS with the AWP, though, will get posted and send Urbano to the next round. Good defense with utility by Riccioli. And RCF will help out by swinging that one. They spot the second player, white box too. And both these two players are in the 40s on health. So that Case do have the advantage there. Ooh, that jump was risky, especially against Farsin. He's been hitting everything today. And dalBony's picked up the AWP to take Riccioli out. It's down to RCF. And he'll get removed by Farsin as well. 25 on the board for Farsin, and now adalYamigo have some map points.
The way Farsin is playing right now, it's as if he has half a second longer than everybody else in the gunfights that he's taking, just to get the crosshair perfectly in place, get the jump on his opponent kind of thing. I'm quite surprised that Riccioli re-peeks bridge after he knows that they already spotted him there.
Yeah.
Just step straight back into the sniper scope, right?
Yeah, it's those sort of small errors can be things you look back on later and just feel so frustrated about. Good immediate response. Another early 5v3, of course, 3 MP9s in this round as well, of course. To buy up as whatever they can at this stage.
Can they recover the 3v5 here? I mean, there's 3 MP9s in place. This was going to be the easiest opportunity, quote unquote, for the T side to finish off the job. Haven't found it to be the case so far, though.
One minute on the clock for them to make a call. Delboni will scout with the AWP, if you catch my drift, toward the top of ramp. We'll make their way up very slowly and very quietly until that first Molotov, realizes what's up. Decent damage with the HE. But that's a great pick again. ZQKS hitting these important openings. And he looks like he wants to go for more on the edge of that smoke. It's a bit dangerous! No. And Riccioli must be pissed at that one, honestly. That's so frustrating to be taken out like that on the jiggle. And delboni's taking RCF as well. It's falling apart. Case have an MP9 and back to MP9s to try and stay alive in this map.
Can't do anything about the bomb plant. ZQKS, the hero of the round so far. 2 major kills to get them back in contention. delboni with the AWP has done damage as well. There's no kit for the CT side. Trav, everything is stacked against them right now. Low HP on Yeps. They now know exactly where he is. It's the MP9s left remaining. And Case looked done for.
Nice kill at least on delboni. A lovely kill as a QKS, but the kit is the big issue. And look at Farston again. He's playing a bit of a mini masterclass here, but he doesn't check his close left. I think they've just got it. I think it's really close, but I think he's fine.
No, they've got it. I don't even think it is that close at the end.
You're right. It's not that close.
Cool as a cucumber.
Okay, it was like 2 seconds. Fair enough. I heard the beeping. Like the extra beeps that you can hear, of course, when it's like 10 seconds or something. I was like, okay, I think it's quite close, but it's not. Unlucky.
Man, that is a huge recovery with the 2 MP9s. I was writing them off completely, but they're able to recover the situation, and I actually just shocked the T side. You could see that Farston got a bit spooked there. He was concerned after they tapped the defuse in the smoke. He's almost certain they're sticking it. You can't blame him. He's thinking they have a kit as well. He has to go for the spray, but that compromises his position. Okay, Case. 4 more for OT.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Farston. I actually thought he had that, but I guess wasn't ready for the hop off the smoke defuse. Yep, still under a lot of pressure here though. This B hold needs to be strong, and piriajr will trade him very quickly. Snow does good work to find one, but it was a little bit laboured. And of course, they definitely know where he is, but there's no utility at all to flush him out, and that's the biggest problem. They're going to try and sneak up quietly for it, but a great flash. Was that a team flash, or was that a team flash? I think that might have been a team flash, because they only... Or a CT flash, because NQK's got 1 left. I'm pretty sure that was the only flash they had. So...
Okay, yeah.
That turns out to be a god tier flash for Snow.
And surely there's no way for adalYamigos to recover this now, right? That B bomb site's compromised. The bomb has been dropped. It's in control of the CT side. 3 players squatting around it right now.
Yeah. Now there is that only flash. Yeah. High five. They know that Snow's still there.
For the godly flashes, Trav. Only flash. Showing off all your best flashes.
Alright. I'll let you have that one. Just for today.
Okay, thanks.
ZQKS in a 1 versus 4. He's still got 70 health, but there are 3 players swarming him in only 20 seconds. The AWP's in play and in position as well. And there it is. He'll send him off the building. And now only just 3, and the money is broken on adalYamigos. So full eco coming in here, maybe a few P250s. That will be it. That makes it 12-10. So you say there's a chance.
Yeah, and a lot more than just a slim one at this point. It's starting to look really good here for Case. They've got the CT side together, right? They've won, I feel like probably like 4 out of the past 5 rounds or something like that. So I think it's back on track. In fact, there's really only 1 full gun round that stands between them and overtime.
Exactly. Who knows what adalYamigos will be able to muster if we do get 12-11. Nice nades. Removes ZQKS before he can do any more. There is an M4 recovered, but piriajr's of course got no Kevlar. And yeah, just to reiterate that important play from Case on that previous round, I mentioned, of course, that adalYamigos only had that 1 flash in that sort of 3v4 situation. And Snow just staying alive for so long at the back of quad. There was no molly to flush him out, and as I said, I had to make doubly sure whether it's a CT or a T flash that came through to help him. I think it was a CT flash that was really impactful in that situation. He's making more impact known as well. It's Snow, another kill to end off the round, but it's Urbano and Yeps to team up onto Shiz, and that's 3 for Urbano to bolster his kill tally slightly. He was lagging behind a bit before that. And in comes this all-important gun round. They're going to have 2,900 loss. If they get a plant, they may have around 3.4, 3.6 per player, something like that.
Yeah.
So it would be Galil's if Case are able to win this round.
Alright, well, let's see what adalYamigos can piece together coming into this particular one in terms of their strategy. As you say, this is going to be their best opportunity to get across the line. Yeah, it's in a good position towards middle. Is going to find first and second. Bloody just mows them both down. Foston desperately wants to trade, but he goes down immediately afterwards, which compounds the problems.
Blood farms them down. Indeed. Piriajr toward the back of quad. This could still spiral. Snow's in the open, and yes, once again, a very wide swing from Snow that wasn't exactly necessary at that moment. He at least gets one. His skill does show in that sense. Keeps them in a 3 versus 2. But ZQK is
so
hunting,
big, yeah.
and Urbano is playing very smart right now. Just to make sure he keeps an eye on it, and he does. Well played.
Massive. If he goes down there, the round is flipped on its head. Some people wouldn't even blame Shiz for saving in this position 1v3, considering it would be the only AK they'd have going into the next round, but he wants to have a crack at it. Can he find a way to make the hero play?
Oh, quad is not being checked. And he's done. So, we have round 24 of 24. Don't forget, this is back-to-back BO1 tonight. It's not a BO3. So we're guaranteed 2 maps. Not 3.
That's it. Guaranteed 2 maps.
But, of course, it's not going to be Vertigo next, of course. It will be a different veto. Question is if we're going to see more Vertigo tonight. Okay, so 1 round away from making that happen. And I mentioned it would be Galil's on round 24. They have 3 of them.
They would have liked a few more. Tech 9 and Desert Eagle to supplement the investment. They've gone straight back in towards middle, and it's more of the same. It's just not Yeps this time around. It's RCF in the exact same position.
Yeah.
And another opening kill for the CT side. adalYamigos. Oh man, they're disappearing here, Trav, when it matters the most.
The closest they've been taken so far this season is 13-11. They have not been taken to OT yet. It was 2 13-11s against Team Solid and 1 against Corinthians. Could this be the closest game yet for adalYamigos this season? Case battling for it. Have to respect it. Maybe my original prediction isn't too crazy after all. 5 versus 3. All they have is a Deagle and 2 Galils.
Very good right now. Ricky Oli in a position. Dalboni misses his first and only opportunity to get the kill. That's going to cost him his life. Galil's desperately trying to find a way forward, but there's more and more resistance rolling in towards the say bomb site. In Case have done it. They forced overtime. What a wonderful comeback coming through from them. The CT side was looking so rough at one point, but they were able to figure out the strategy, figure out the setup, and adalYamigos, well, the slate's been wiped clean. All their hard work now for naught.
It was... No, we got one earlier wrong, in my case at least. You got it right. I got it wrong. It was 12-7, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah, that's 5 in a row coming through from Case.
5 in a row to put it back to OT. Fantastic. Really impressive recovery. And adalYamigos have to reset, of course, and it's always difficult going into OT, still on the same side as well. You've been putting your ideas into practice for the entirety of the T-half, now you have to do even more of that. Do they have anything left in the tank And in the bonds.
Yeah, see what they can piece together, Trav. You know how rough it can be when you're leading the game and you feel like you're on the brink of finishing off the job, and then all of a sudden you blink and you're in overtime. How have we gotten here? And now you still have a game to play. You still have to fight. You still have to compete.
Yep. Abano will get a really important opening pick onto Shuz as well. Riccioli checking that smoke incessantly, but no one pushed up just yet. And maybe they're going to try and think of the boost. They are sort of looking like they want to put that into action. They tried it, of course, very early on in this game, but it never worked out for them. Really tried it since. First round of overtime would be a good round to try it again. They've fallen off of it for now, though. 35 seconds. It has to be A. It will be A. Riccioli is the one boosted up on the white box. Can he see anything as these smokes go down? I say smokes go down. Ooh. They've actually decided to peek it dry. And Farston is back in the kill feed once again. 26th kill for him, but he will go down to the AWP of RCF. Again, keeping that man advantage intact. Delboni responds. ZQK tanks the Molotov to plant. Respect on that one. He was 100 HP. He knew he could. 3v3 in this after plant.
Oh, Delboni baits out the shot, looks to try to get the kill straight afterwards. Time ticking away here. Good position adalYamigos find themselves in, all things considered. 3 versus 3. Bomb nearly halfway gone. Smoke lands directly on the bomb, but I don't know how well that works for Case, considering the fact the numbers are even right now. It can make it a bit more difficult to work together on the retake. Low HP player trying to stick the defuse as well. One bullet will get the job done from piriajr, but unfortunately he doesn't realize that it is indeed a defuse being stuck. He'll go down and Case continue their hot streak.
Oh my goodness. The fact that he just couldn't find that one bullet required on Snow. As you say, low HP player defusing. Sometimes there can be a discussion as to which is better in that situation, whether you want the low HP player defusing, so it's an easier trade for the high HP player, especially with 2 kits still in play in overtime. So you have more of a chance on the trading player. But yeah,
that's true.
I mean, in this occasion, it only just works out because one bullet could have been hit. And that time on the clock was getting whittled down very low. But in the end, that insurance policy of the upper high ground, of course, near double stack was enough. Couldn't adjust. And Case take the lead.
I mean, if adalYamigos weren't disheartened with the fact that this has been forced into overtime, they certainly are after the way that particular round plays out. Farston has been very quiet by his own standards in these past few rounds. Still been able to find impact here in overtime, though. A kill in each of the rounds that have been played so far, and now a man advantage for his team to try and finally win a round back.
Yeah, it's been too long. That's kind of coincided with Farston not lighting up the scoreboard as much as he had been. Again, gets an opening. Closest game for adalYamigos in South America ECL this season. And another great bit of aggression from Case to answer back. I really like these mid-round decisions, actually. It's catching adalYamigos off consistently. And look at this. They have no idea that Riccioli's still close, but he couldn't get one. They actually didn't check him properly, it felt like. They were just running up with knife out. And he still couldn't get a kill. That's unfortunate. Snow, of course, has this utility that will burn out Shuz, but he should get away from the molly.
Ooh,
but
no.
the nade damage means that the molly ticks once more. 2v2, now a 2v1 as Yeps responds. It's Snow, but he will go down. It's piriajr in that 1 versus 2, and Yeps didn't think he was anywhere near that angle. He'd cross back to the other side of default. He thought he'd be playing CT or double stack or maybe even Heaven. And that is a big clutch from piriajr.
Really smart repositioning coming through there from piriajr, and there was no hesitation in his decision making either. He just immediately shifted across, knew where Yeps was going to be coming through from, and it was that the clinical decision making coming through there from piriajr which gets him in that perfect position to get the kill for free in the 1v1. Finally, adalYamigos able to win a round back. Lost 6 in a row. They're back to winning ways here.
It was a struggle, though. It was absolutely a struggle. And you mentioned piriajr before the game. He's got some great numbers. He's a talented player, no doubt. But that was his biggest moment in this game by far. He's been quiet otherwise. Farston almost gets removed by that claw banked nade. He'll stay alive on 11 HP with his pick back and response. Up to 28 now. As Case looks to change up the rotation slightly. It's Snow and Yeps back to A in this instance.
Yeah, slowly just making their way in towards the B side. It's a contact play though, because they don't want to give the information away. It's why they're flashing in towards middle right now. And the AWP will just jiggle peek to try and figure out what's going on. And you realize, guys, they're actually pretty far forward on the side of the map right now. Bomb's going to follow suit, and Case are going to have to retake. They have got a huge flank coming through with 3 players though.
Fastin is in a position where 1 would be fantastic on 11 HP, and he actually does get his 1. Fair play, and piriajr plays the trade beautifully. Spray transfers for both headshots. And RCF has no say in this retake now. He'll get that nice tag on adalYamigos, but of course he had to swing into ZQKS, and that's where the trade will come through. Somehow, adalYamigos have fought back to a lead once again. It is back and forth this game.
Isn't it ironic? They win, or they're leading 12-7 T side. They had 5 match points, should I say, and they weren't able to close out any of them. Coming into overtime, they win 2 out of 3 rounds on their T side. Either way, no time to wonder why things are the way they are. They've got a game to focus on right now. CT side 2 rounds away from finishing off the job.
But of course, 2-1s in overtime tend to breed more 2-1s. And it tends to keep on going and going.
Yeah, it can create a loop, a cycle.
Indeed. Just like, I'm going to like this one because this is, you know, just me all over. But
yeah,
as they say, safety cars in Formula 1 can breed safety cars because they bunch to fill up again and crashes are more likely.
Okay, well, I mean, that is totally ironic because you got the safety car, you know, in play. Shouldn't be having accidents at that point, guys.
I know. It's ironic, but it's
Unless
true.
you pull the Romain Grosjean.
Yes.
When he got clipped, but not actually clipped by anybody. Either way, Urbano just
Damn
flying
Ericsson.
straight through F1 style right now in towards the B bomb site. Not pulling any punches, not pumping the brakes at all. adalYamigos, though, will answer back with 2 great kills.
Once again, have an individual stepping up, and Yeps isn't ready for the widest of wide swings there from ZQKS with the AWP. That was... goodness me. Wide is ZQK walking, almost. Fastin. Behind the site as well. They can try and get some more map points in these back-to-back BO1s. Riccioli and RCF looking to battle for it, and that nade will do some good damage, but it only really feels like a consolation damage at this point. 50 seconds, where on earth do they go, and what decision do they make?
And it's a really important round as well. Lose this, and you end up facing up against 2 match points once again. Just this time, adalYamigos would be on the opposite side of the map, the defensive side. Can they find a way, Riccioli and RCF? Looking to try and get in towards A here, Trav, but there's only 20 seconds on the clock. They've got no utility between them either. Fresh molly on the site, rotations coming through thick and fast towards A as well. And there's surely no way for Case. However, they've made some crazy things happen in this match already, so I'm not going to count them out of it.
Oh, leg scene. Nice try from Riccioli to actually get a spray down, but not going to happen. RCF trying his best, though. Sandbags can be a difficult position to clear out when there aren't nades available. They're going to get that smoke onto the bomb, of course, and that makes it even harder for RCF, especially with an AWP. And the bomb is just being held here by adalYamigos, and of course ZQK was always going to hit that one bullet as RCF swung and had to try and hit just one pot shot and connect with it. Not going to happen. And they once again have some more map points to work with. 12-7 they were, of course, before Case pulled it back to OT. They have more now at 15-13.
Yeah, 2 opportunities to finish out Vertigo. And that will put them in the driver's seat to win the next match as well. Just mentally, they'd be feeling really good about their chances, as we have another best of one coming up between the two teams straight afterwards. Case trying to move with pace, but they do run into a plethora of utility, and that does keep them at bay for the moments, for a moment at least.
Well, the adalYamigos do seem to be a little bit allergic to the finish line, like their previous games in South America ECL this season. Can Case once again make some magic happen on T side? Normal setup for adalYamigos on A. One sandbags, one gap. Not fully peeking, just playing off angles. Farsin with that smoke going down, just double checking no one's pushed up on the sandbags yet. And it looks like they might be ready to go for a double swing with Shiz. That would be a nice way to go about it. And that's disgusting. Little running dink and body shot removes RCF from the equation. Andy refaces for Snow. It's starting to look like it's going to come to an end. Urbano will answer back, and there is significant damage onto Shiz, but Delboni is not going checked at all. Molotov will come in, but he gets a kill before that, and significant damage onto Yeps. Shiz will answer back with one more, and now it's all down to Urbano to keep Case alive.
Tall order, Trav. Really tall order, especially considering the time of the clock. He's been legged down to just 2 points of health. Still has to try and find a bomb plant. He does have quite a lot of utility to work with. Oh my goodness. He's just lucky to be alive as things stand, but there's no way he's going to avoid piriajr. Who will come forward. Good kill from Urbano to take down the AWPer, but he will fall straight afterwards. adalYamigos, they couldn't do it in regulation, but they do have their metal tested, and they come back to finish the job off in overtime.
Yep, first overtime they faced this season, and it was a battle. I said we both predicted Case. You wanted to switch it to adalYamigos before the game even started. So I'm going to give you that one. That's a fair prediction. I went for Case purely because of what the result was on this map last time these two teams played. And at least they made it...